So it seems like every business on the planet is moving to the cloud, right? But here's a question that probably keeps you up at night. Is your data actually safe there? In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know about cloud storage security. Let's dive in.
I mean, this is the big one, isn't it? The cloud is amazing, it's convenient, it's powerful, but every time you upload a file, there's that little voice in the back of your head. Is our sensitive info, client lists, financials, all our trade secrets, is it really locked down? Is it safe from prying eyes?
Okay, if you needed a wake-up call, this is it. 82%. Let that sink in for a second. That's a huge number, and it proves one thing. Just moving your files online is not enough. The cloud is a massive target, and you have to be super proactive about protecting your stuff.
And that brings us right to the heart of the challenge. We all love being able to grab our files from anywhere on any device, but that power, well, it comes with some serious responsibility to keep that data safe.
It's like walking a tightrope. On one side, you've got to give your team the access they need to get work done. On the other side, you need to build a digital fortress. Nailing that balance is the name of the game.
Right. So before you can build that fortress, you've got to know who you're fighting. So let's talk about the key risks. What exactly are you up against when you put your data in the cloud?
First up, you have the outsiders. And we're not just talking about some lone hacker in a basement. These are sophisticated criminals using things like phishing emails to trick your team and steal logins, or even ransomware that can lock up your entire business, all by going after your cloud accounts.
But you know what? The threat isn't always from the outside. Sometimes it can come from your own people. It might be malicious, but honestly, it's more often just a simple mistake. An employee clicks a bad link, uses an app they shouldn't, and bam, the digital door is left wide open.
And then there's good old-fashioned human error. A setting that's not configured quite right, a password that's too weak, or a developer token that gets exposed, which, by the way, is exactly what happened with that big Slack breach. It's literally the digital version of leaving your front door unlocked.
Okay, now I don't want you to think it's all doom and gloom, because it's not. The good news is you have a really powerful ally in this fight, your cloud provider. So let's look at what they're already doing to keep you safe. At its core, this is what we're talking about when we say cloud security. It's this whole ecosystem of tech and best practices designed for one reason: to keep your data safe from anyone who has no business seeing it.
And they have a whole arsenal of tools to do it. The good providers, they use a multi-layered defense. So they're scrambling your data with powerful encryption, they're using strict access controls to decide who gets in, and they're pushing for multi-factor authentication to make sure you are who you say you are. And on top of all that, their systems are being monitored 24/7 for anything sketchy.
Let's demystify encryption for a second. Think of it this way. In-transit encryption is like putting your data in an armored truck when it's traveling across the internet. Then, at-rest encryption is like locking that data inside a super secure bank vault once it arrives on their servers. You absolutely need both.
But here's the thing, your provider can't do everything. Security is a shared responsibility. So, now let's talk about your playbook, the actual steps you can take to take control and really protect your business. These are your 4 pillars of a rock-solid security strategy. Number 1, control who can access what. Seriously, give people access only to what they absolutely need. 2, make sure your data is always encrypted. 3, check your settings and defenses regularly with audits. And 4, and this one is huge, train your team to be your eyes and ears. And if you need any more proof that step 1, access controls, is critical, look at this. Most data breaches begin with a stolen password. That means one of the best things you can possibly do is beef up your login security with multi-factor authentication. It's a game changer. And please, remember this. Technology alone can't save you. Your team is your human firewall. You have to do regular training on how to spot phishing scams and other tricks. Maybe even run a fake phishing test every quarter to keep everyone on their toes. It is absolutely essential.
All right, finally, let's talk about the decision that all of this hinges on, choosing the right partner. I'm telling you, not all cloud providers are the same, and this choice can make or break your entire security setup.
So when you're vetting a provider, you need to ask the tough questions. Ask them specifically, how do you encrypt data, both in transit and at rest? Do you meet our industry's compliance standards? What's your plan if or when a breach happens? And then actually read the fine print in the service level agreement to see what they're really promising.
So that leaves us with one last question to think about. The world of cyber threats is changing constantly. A plan that was great last year might be full of holes today. So the real question isn't just, are we secure right now? It's, are we ready for whatever comes next?